If you've truly mastered living in the end, then every single desire of yours comes to you instantly. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jyotsna, and in today's video I'm going to talk about one Neville Goddard's concept which is super popular and something that I think every single person should know, especially if you want to follow the law of assumption. It is the concept of living in the end. Yes, living in the end is all about staying in the end state, visualizing that you already got all of your desires, but it actually becomes very hard practically and logically to follow it because all of us start getting those limiting beliefs, all of us start questioning the process, we start doubting it because ultimately a logical mind is more powerful and will keep questioning you till you actually get it. So I'm going to be breaking down the concept of living in the end in simple steps so that you can start practicing it right away and you can practically see the results as well. The first step to living in the end is to stop waiting. No matter how much you desire something, no matter how much you want it, how badly you want to see it right now, the more you feel impatient, the more you are waiting for it to come, the more you're thinking that, okay, I'm affirming 10,000 times, where is it coming, when is it going to come, then you are still manifesting from lack. I always tell in all of my videos, the second you start manifesting from alignment, that is emotionally and mentally accepting that that is your reality, even if you don't see it physically, the physical will eventually change. Your physical reality is basically a reflection of your thoughts and assumptions that you hold. So the more you're waiting for something to change, the more you're being impatient, the more you're obsessing about your desire, then obviously you're focusing on the absence of it, you're focusing on the lack of it. You have to decide and become the version of yourself who already has it. So just to give you a simple example, and this is an example I gave in one of my recent videos also, let's just assume that you want an Apple iPhone. So instead of thinking, I want an Apple iPhone, I want someone to give me an Apple iPhone, start assuming that you already have the iPhone. No matter whatever phone you're using right now, or even if you're not using a phone for that matter, you're going to assume and decide that you already have this iPhone. You're already holding this iPhone, you're already using it. And I know it sounds a little delulu, but that's exactly what gives you the results. You have to identify yourself as the person who has an iPhone. If you don't already have one, you just have to identify you have it and you stop worrying about it. And once you decide you are an owner of an iPhone, you're not going to worry about it anymore. You're not going to think about how you got an iPhone. You're not going to think about how are the finances covered for the iPhone, like whatever doubts or limiting beliefs you have around iPhone, you're not going to think about that anymore because why would you worry about it if you're already an owner of an iPhone? The second you decide and identify yourself as someone who has an iPhone, then that is it. You don't have to do anything else. Decided that you're the iPhone owner, some or the other way the universe is going to make that happen. It's not your worry and it's not your concern anymore. You have placed that concern on the universe's lap. No matter what it is, whether it's bridge of events, whether it's someone gifting you the iPhone, whether you get an iPhone on discount, anything can happen in your circumstances. Be ready to get surprised and be ready to see unexpected miracles. Step 2 is follow any saturation method of your choice. And by saturation method, I just mean any method that allows your subconscious mind to believe and accept that it is your current reality. So even something like robotic affirming, even something like scripting, even SATs can be considered as a saturation method because when you are drifting off to sleep, you are visualizing that end state on a repeated basis. And the end state should be something where your desired goal or whatever it is that you wanted, it's already done. So for example, instead of you visualizing going and buying the iPhone or like looking at models of iPhone online or like asking someone about it, you're going to visualize the end state. That is you already holding your iPhone, using it. Maybe you're using your iPhone to film something. That is the end state you're going to imagine. I have multiple saturation methods that I have mentioned in my YouTube videos and also in my course Manifest Instantly, which my clients are enjoying, by the way. Every single person who's taken Manifest Instantly has seen rapid movement, rapid changes in their life, and I've gotten so many success stories already. If you haven't taken Manifest Instantly, then definitely check it out. It's on my Stan store as well as on my Top Mate. I will put both the links in the description box below. And at the end of the day, saturation is just repetition. You are repeating this new story to your mind multiple number of times using any method of your preference, whether it's robotic affirmations, whether it's scripting, whether it's visualization, whatever it is, you are repeating this new story so much that it becomes more powerful than all your limiting beliefs. It becomes more powerful than all the doubts and all the worries you have. And when that becomes powerful, then you are in that state of certainty, you are in that state of confidence, and that is when things come to you at lightning speed. Step 3 is method acting. And by method acting, I mean you're going to feel, think, act and believe like you're already this person. Like just continuing with the example of the iPhone, if you believe you're the owner of an iPhone and you identify yourself as an iPhone phone owner, you're going to act like this person. Even if you don't own a phone, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is anything that will allow your subconscious mind to believe it's true, even if that acting feels fake initially. The more you keep saturating it, the more it starts feeling believable. And the same thing goes with robotic affirmations also. You know, the reason why I like it so much is the more I keep affirming the same thing over and over and over again, I don't know what happens. It's like an energetic shift or some kind of lightning moment. I don't know, but it automatically makes me feel like that's already a true fact in my life. I start believing that assumption that I'm holding because I'm repeating it a multiple number of times. And that is why it becomes very easy for my subconscious mind to accept that as a real fact about my life. And eventually I end up manifesting it. Eventually I see my reality change based on whatever I'm affirming about. You assume you're living in the end, it becomes very easy for you to take action in your 3D as well and be disciplined because you already know the end state. You already know that the end state is here. That's your current reality. So there's nothing for you to worry about. The last and the final step is don't identify your desires as something separate from you. Start treating your desires as part of your identity. You are becoming the version of yourself who already has those desires. Like I told you about method acting, you're going to act like this person. You are basically going to think that you've shifted into that version. Whether it's a quantum journal meditation you do, whether it's, you know, any visualization meditation or EFT tapping for that matter, you can take up anything you want in order to feel like you've shifted into an end state. I personally love a quantum jumping meditation because when I do a quantum jumping meditation, I open my eyes. I feel like I'm opening my eyes to a brand new reality. I'm opening my eyes to a new identity where I've shifted into this new version of myself who already has her desires. So that is why I find them very, very powerful. I have my own quantum tape on my top mate page. I will link that down below as well if you want to check it out. I think they work amazing because it just takes 10 minutes. You close your eyes and you open your eyes to a brand new reality. That's how quickly you see results. That is all you need to do, guys. If you want to live in the end, you just have to brainwash your mind into thinking that that's already your reality. Not going to imagine how you got it, how you shopped for it, how you went to the store to buy it. That's not what we want. And of course, if you want to quantum jump to your dream reality, in less than 2 weeks, you know my course Manifest Instantly. It's available in both Stan as well as Top Mate. I highly recommend everyone to get my course, especially if you want to be disciplined, you want to be consistent, you want to start seeing results in your life, then this is the go-to course for you. So that was it for today's video, you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.